Live here. Go ahead and get this set up and get the laptop running. Happy, what's today? The 8th of July? Happy 8th of July. This going, get my laptop going. There we go. So we're going to do some brush work here. And turn that down a little bit. And get my eyes going. Been a while since I've gotten on here doing this. Sorry, folks. We're going later today. I've been busy the last couple of days, but it was worth it. All right. Get my glove. Like I said, we're going to just do some brush work. Put my head not in the way. I'm going to start off with the white. A little bit of orange there.
Style that enhances functionality. Stand out with the Honda Accord. From Honda, the most awarded branded car driver 10 best history. Honda, proud partner of the MTT IndyCar Series. You need hard-working tires.
Yeah, we'll move this up.
Firestone tires. Or driving IndyCar.
I'm going to start.
Or pushing the
I'm going to
limits
start near the sidewalk.
and pulling it off.
Sidewalk and curb.
Handling your 9 to 5. Whatever you drive, drive a Firestone.
Look at that, hon. The Takis Fuego meal. Wendy's spicy chicken topped with crushed Takis chips and Fuego fries inspired by Takis. So Takis fans, you're welcome. And new Takis fans, good luck. For an intense new take on Takis, gotta be Wendy's.
And free Skechers slip-ins now come in Glide Step Max Cookie, which actually gave me an idea to combine all my favorite sports into one. What a time! Carpath only. Try Glide Step Max Cookie and free Skechers slip-ins.
Today we went to the beach, and it was totally worth it. Life's a trip. Make the most of it at Best Western.
If my healthcare provider had Agent Force, the powerful AI from Salesforce, an AI agent would have automatically paired me with the right specialist hours ago, like Woody's did.
I like it here, dude. Wow, good for you.
Hey, Doc, you didn't steer us. Wait, what?
Because we were looking at your land.
Free from the diaphragm, brother. Oh, Agent Force helps healthcare providers prevent medical mishaps. It's what AI is meant to be.
It's really cold.
Hi.
Ready for an ultra?
Racing for an ultra?
Don't forget, there's also again.
Michelob Ultra. Superior lightning.
July 15th, it's the Midsummer Classic as Judge Shohei and baseball's biggest stars head to Atlanta for the MLB All-Star Game. It all starts July 15th, only on Fox. And while we were away, Alex Palou has put his foot down and started to run away and high. 2.4 seconds now the advantage over Lundgaard as Ferrucci takes a decision to jump in on lap 16. There's a second stop for Devlin DiFrancesco, and the work on the car is slow on the rear left. He does eventually get away.
Hey, Paco, how you doing, Paco?
A beach compound tire in the race, at least 2 laps under green, so everyone's been on one beach trying to get a sense of which
Having a great weekend. Just gonna do some paintbrush work on this. This is like the sidewalk and a curb. Yeah, for now I'll just do this.
Into 5 and will not let it go. Malukas with his tires up to temperature, and if my eyes don't deceive me, also on the soft rubber compared to Ferrucci on the hard. You're right. Right now for Ferrucci, it's such a difficult position for a driver.
Thank you.
Picture perfect. You can't have any lock up. You can't miss an apex. You can't keep Malukas.
Feels strange now after all these years of working. But I've been busy, that's for sure. Yesterday I didn't do a live feed. Yesterday I was busy. We had to clean up our mess from the fireworks. And they went off with really nice. We had a nice show. On Friday. Got a lot of good compliments on it. Yeah, I can get a lot of painting time in now. Between the painting time and I need to learn doing the laptop and working with the Cameo 4. I'm going to start learning that really well. So that'll help out the artwork too. You know what? That ain't. It's alright. We're going to do it this way.
So you're absolutely right. As the fuel burns off, Berta's simply going quicker because the tire is staying consistent. Lap 19. So the crossover point right here, right now, this is going to make for a great race. That consistency also helping Louis Foster. He's 6th at the moment. The one thing that he has struggled with hasn't been quite
That'll work.
exceptional. It's been his races and trying to maintain the pace on those tires. But he's really struggled in 2025. Holding the same pace as Colton Herder at the moment, though 107.6 last time round, and just 2 seconds in arrears of the untracked driver. So they are about 10 laps before they would hit if they run full stint here. With Colton Herder 10 seconds back, he needs to see more of a tire advantage to declare that he's going to want to run blacks through the rest of the race. I think it's still a red race in terms of the desired contact. Hello still leads from Lundgaard. The tires are going off.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people like that one. Cameo is there's a lot of different programs because if I learn that really well, I could do stickers or decals or whatever, and start selling. You can start selling decals, get the vinyl and all that, make your own decals.
Your obsession with me is getting a little creepy.
But yeah, to do the cutouts for different stencils, or like buying the Scott McKay's his program and that. I got to figure all that out. I mean, his is once you have it, but I'm so computer illiterate, I don't know that stuff. So I got to figure out how to download it to the Cameo and everything. I did order a couple of them already.
Your car works hard. It deserves more.
Because it'll plot out all the stuff. I ordered
That's why Shell V-Power Nitro
Uncle
Plus Premium
Scully.
Gasoline removes up to 100% of performance-robbing deposits to rejuvenate your engine's performance, giving your car the fuel it deserves. A fuel like no other. Shell V-Power Nitro Plus. More performance with every drive.
So, you like NASCAR but don't know who to root for? Here's some Toyota legends.
Like I said, it's just I gotta learn how to do all that.
Basically, the simulated story.
So I'll be playing with that for a while.
Then there's John Hunter Nemechek, new kid on the block, all gas, no brakes. Oh, and Denny Hamilton. Ever heard of Daytona? He's won it 3 times. No big deal. We have a lot of drivers, all legends. You pick. You in?
Can we stop for food? No, hay comida en la casa.
Do I get it? I can get a towel. Okay. I thought I had a towel out here.
Look at the wear on his front tires. Yeah, that was super chewed up right there. But he's holding on to the pace.
I should just wanted to wait for a while.
Continues to close about 3 or 4 tenths faster now. But Palou, well, he's going to hang on here for another 6 or 7 laps. But James, the question is, what can Palou do about it other than slowing down?
Well, let's take a look at the Galar cutaway car and show you what to do that the drivers have at their disposals. It's the anti-roll bars. We talked
Yeah, I have looked on YouTube and I've seen a couple different programs or how people are doing it and that. I do got Silhouette Studio, so I looked at it that way on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube is a great tool to have. It shows you a lot of different things. Even the mechanics nowadays of the cars and that they use to YouTube. So yes, YouTube is the way to go. And then I could Tim has classes on the computer and that too. But right now, with the YouTube, I just can't be intimidated and push the buttons. I say if you could squeeze the trigger on the airbrush, you could push the button on the laptop and computer.
jump in and change off those soft tires down to Kevin Lee on pit lane. So Christian Lundgaard is coming down this time, so he bails a lap earlier than Alex Palou, who is also talking about what kind of changes he wants. This is the only set of new songs for Lundgaard. He's going to a set off the hard compound this time. He wants no changes.
Hey, Brian.
See what he can do in Houston.
How you doing, Brian?
So Lundgaard serviced and away. He will exit just between Rosenquist and Rasmussen, just behind Rosenquist, but well ahead of Louis Costa. So that starts to tell me now that almost for sure red tire is going to be the preferred one. Palou is hanging on to his pace as Barry Bonds are strapped.
Yeah.
They'll have to stay out from
Hey,
one run for the shortest stint possible.
how'd you carry the number one crowd over here?
But clean air. Clean air is key. We saw Lundgaard come out into some
You got a crown.
that's going to slow him down. So Palou for about a few more
Wonder if that's something YouTube's doing.
three of Robert Schwartzman in front of him to help open that gap.
That's something YouTube is doing where they get Ryan's got the number one crown.
Right in between those two PCRs. Yeah, as you can see right here, that's the gap for Christian Lundgaard at 29 seconds. So we'll have to
That's
see.
funny.
With the pit stop, and James, you said it, this is the traffic that Lundgaard sits in. It doesn't look like the car in front of him is
I noticed it on Tim's channel
the turbulent air is
that they have it.
medium and high-speed corners.
But it's the first time that I've seen it on my YouTube channel.
Set to pull the pin and come in. A 107.8 last time around. It's still a very competitive lap time for Alex Palou. Have to wait and see exactly what the lap time was to come from him.
And that tells the entire field that a red tire is what it is. So for Colton Herta, a little bit of a disadvantage. He's had to run that longer stint on the blacks, and he'll be able to finish all reds if he wants.
I have no idea how it works. Tim and Steve will be.
As he just comes through to the end of the lap. Let's see what Lundgaard's first lap is on these hard tyres. Palou last time a 1:08. Lundgaard. Always finds. Look how much he's having to fight the car on those hard tyres. He's not giving him the grip that he wants or that he needs. But still, it's 1:08.2 for Lundgaard, so he's only losing a tenth or two a lap to Palou, but critically, he's still losing time to Palou.
Yeah, I seen that Tim didn't have his show Wednesday night. That's unusual.
Surprised me if we see him dive into pit lane this lap. We're clearing Joseph Lundgaard. Nice check back into his car. They've had to fix it. Send it out again. Into the pit comes Alex Palou. Kevin, what tyres are waiting for our race leader?
Well, he really only has primaries or used softs remaining, so this is a set of scuff primaries. Also by staying out long, if there's a lot of caution, they can maybe think about moving on one more stop. But this goes fast enough that it's likely to the three stop. Jack.
Siegel is getting ready for his service. Gonna plunge some Shell fuel into that car. It is such an impressive weekend for Nolan. That was a really quick stop. He's heading back.
If you watch YouTube regularly, Brian, so what it might be.
Always going to be the issue for Palou. He comes out behind one of the ECR cars. Rosenquist having a little look up his own. Rosenquist right behind him as well. And there in the orange and black just behind is Christian Lundgaard. He's right on board with Felix Rosenquist. He's great pace. And obviously Palou on the cooler tyres. Rosenquist to the outside, down into three. Take the place left away from Alex Palou.
Yeah, you do watch my channel regularly.
Get it up well. That's going to slow it down a little bit. Christian already with those hard tires. He's had to give them another lap to really get the grip.
And I thank you for that. I watch Steve's channel regularly too. And Tim, I try to watch. He's on so late, or that used to bother me. It shouldn't bother me anymore now that I officially don't have to worry about getting up to go to work the next day now. But now I gotta figure out a different sleep schedule.
Really important right here. I know Colton can hold them off. Great job from Andretti, from the crew, and from the strategy to even get him out ahead of Nolan Siegel, who's been sitting ahead of him for the whole of this race so far. But Nolan Siegel's tires, that temperature in the
Oh, you still have problems cutting them out? Because that's all it is. I just take that picture, make copies, and then cut it out with the Zacto knife. But it's a lot easier with cutting it out. It's easy with the Zacto knife, but you had the right gram. Uh, like I said, the reason I use the yellow paper when I'm cutting the stencils out for this is because the yellow paper is a little heavier than your normal paper. It's the 89 grams.
able to get around Nolan in that exchange. But what can he do about Kevin Simpson? Look at the aggression. Look at the goal line from that
I think it's the one step up from a regular piece of paper. And it does make a difference because if you go even higher on the paper, it gets harder to cut it. But if you go up if you go up that step, it's easier to paint over it. The paper doesn't wrinkle as much. So for me, the 89 gram is been the perfect paper to do the painting. I put the paint on there, and I do the whole 9 yards with that paper, or cutting wise, I mean. But yes, to do my whole complete paint, I do it on that other paper that I said, bristle paper.
just narrowly in that window as Lingard continues to claw at the back of Malone. He's chipping away. Chipping away just a couple of hundredths or a tenth of a second every
Okay, if you cut, yeah. And sometimes it can be a little tricky in that. Uh, That's the way you see it, and that what to cut out next. That's why you make. It's since I got the copy machine, and like Steve, the same way is you make a lot of copies, and then you can cut it. You'll know how to cut it out each time. It's just a matter of you got to think it over.
Join the more than 7 million adults.
Look at the layers, right, Paco. Just look at the layers of how you think that's on there, like how I have it with the paint wise on doing everything. It's like all this is. It's like my first layer of the whole thing. So I went ahead and painted the whole thing, all the body parts yellow. And then I came back and I paint my other color it went over this is like an orange to set everything up. And then I came in with the red over top of that. But as I put the orange on there, I had the orange thinner. The orange, I didn't have it's like the way you mix it, Rice-O. I made the orange thinner because I made the first color, the yellow just went on there. And then when I put the gold metallic over top of the yellow, I made that thicker in a way. Not real thicker, but I made that as my base color, and I added the 40/50 to it. And then I came over it with the orange, and I made it really thin to where I could take an eraser and try to get these shapes in, your different shapes of your faded colors. And that way I had got that all set up. And I just work that way on out. That's how you work your way out and everything. Because when it's basically I locked the gold metallic down with the 4021 and the 4050. I locked that down because once you do the 4021 and the 4050, you cannot erase it. So that way it locked that on down. So when I come back over it with the orange and I thinned it down a lot and just shot that on there. And then I'm able to erase it lightly. That's the way I worked it on there. That's the way I do it. And it helps it. You just keep doing it back and forth like that.
Project Baltimore. We fight to save our schools, to save our students. The road to 2026 continues tonight on Fox with the Gold Cup.
Uh,
U.S. men's national team takes on rivals Mexico. No easy path, no second chances. Coverage begins tonight at 6 Eastern on Fox.
yeah, it depends. Paco, it kind of depends on how you want to approach going at it and that. It's like how I got all the black and all that. Most all my other colors I could erase. But if I don't want a color to move at all, you lock it down with the 4050 and it won't move. For me, that's the way I approach it. But it's like how I have the shadow over here. Let me grab an eraser. How I have the shadow over here because you can see. Oh yeah, you guys can see. You can see on the fender over here where that's a shadow. It's a lighter. So I got it really dark right there, but I got this black on there that's light. I mean, it's reduced down to where I could just erase it on down further to give the appearance of that color being lighter. And that lightens that color up some more. So that's what I'm saying is if you put, like I said, if you put that 4050, once you put the 4050 in your painting it's locked in. You can't hardly move. You can't move it. At least I feel that way. But I do. I have to remember now. I did the other stages. I did the red and then the orange and then I have the gold underneath. I cannot move that gold, but I can move erase that red and the orange. So you just it's trial and error, and just a matter of keep working at it, and you'll figure out how to make your shadows and stuff like that, light to dark, dark to light, and everything. You just have to play with it till you get it to where you like it. And that's the way I attacked it.
Eric, we saw the 21 get upset right after his start. Any early indications of what his problem was?
Yeah, we had an issue.
Yeah, watch different artists.
We identified himself
Yeah.
see a fuel van, but it didn't get fuel, so we ran out. And then, for some unknown reason, IndyCar refused to tow us in so we could get back in the race. So we're out. They'll give us our car back after the race.
Yeah, I love Scott McKay style. He got he's got a really knowledge. He's got a real good knowledge of everything, and that. Of course, he's another one of them t-shirt guys. And t-shirt guys, man, they could throw that gun around like the airbrush gun around like it ain't nothing. I still to this day have not painted a t-shirt, so I don't know that. And Scott McKay, Steve, they've been into the airbrush world for a long time. I'll be right back. Back. Yeah, Pro Mask. I have some stuff, some of that stuff. I have practically all the stuff, but I've been finding myself liking doing it this way because I'm used to doing it. I guess that's why I like doing it this way. Pro Mask. I mean, like how what is it, Dread FX? How he does it. He got that projector. I don't have a projector to put the image on there, but just still, you're cutting it out in the same way. Transparent, yeah. You still you still have to learn how to cut it unless you're running it through like how me and Paco was just talking about. Running through Cameo or the Cricket or one of them. That's the only time you are not cutting it out. Yeah, clear mask. That I on that too. I've been using the Post-it clear mask. Let me see it. You see me pulling it off here. The Post-it clear mask. I use that, and I uh, I only on the Post-it. You cannot use the ink pen. You use the pencil and trace out what you want, and then cut it out. Yeah, the silhouette. I got that, Brian. Right now that I'm retired, I get to try doing all that. I did one thing. I did it the one time. I figured it out and did it, but I still need to get back into trying it some more.
Real shame to give him 6 and down at 7 from third after what had been a very strong opening 38 laps.
But like I was telling Paco, is I got some of Scott McKay's thing where he has that program, and I need to figure out how to take that program to my laptop, and from my laptop to the Cameo, because I don't know the difference between well, they got different languages and that stuff. What do they call it? The LPJs or JPLs and those languages. I not sure. I don't know.
And he is struggling with balance, so if Rosenquist good, Dixon almost for sure can make it on just one more. Tries around the outside, comes up on the inside.
As a vector, there you go, a vector shape, and that's it, Paco. Is that language and programming that? I know you have to say everything that you set up to cut, and you have to save to a file.
Graduates, today you enter the real world, ready for whatever lies ahead, except for the following, which you are likely to find exceedingly difficult. Going to a 9 to 5 job, doing your taxes, putting on a duvet cover, taking off a duvet cover, realizing you're never gonna go to the gym. This guy knows what I'm talking about. It's hard, but saving money by bundling your home and auto with Progressive is easy. Man, deciding
Yeah,
what to do
Scott
with
is.
it.
That's a vector that you're buying from Scott, ain't it,
Mothers,
Paco?
because some of us like to work harder, play harder, and get dirtier than most. But when it's time to clean up and face the real world again, nothing outshines Mother's powerful, ultra sexy California Gold Carnauba Wash and Wax and the unmatched speed of Mother's
That's a
Precision Heat
yeah,
Spray.
that's a
For
file
a weekend of
or
never-ending
saved it.
everyday quick touch-ups, Mother's always leads the way, keeping your ride clean, shiny, and protected. Give it that Mother's
But what?
power.
Moving this summer? Move with Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Look at pods.com today. Have you had your Hershey's?
We started in Brooklyn in '78 and quickly learned we weren't building exhaust. We were building excitement, giving drivers that same roar of victory on their way to work that they heard at the races. Almost 5 decades later, nothing's changed.
Heck, I didn't do that.
We test tires to provide you with truth, transparency, and unbiased recommendations. We stock over 1 million tires to ensure we have what you need. We're Tire Rack. We work hard to ship your tires fast and clean. We offer convenient installation options to keep you moving forward. We do all this for one reason. Tires matter. Tarrac.com. Vision Prada, Think Penske.
As long as probably forever there's only been one Frosty. Because what would we even do? Add a bunch of new swirls and mix-ins like Oreo cookies or Pop-Tarts pieces? That's kind of genius, actually. For a fresh way to Frosty, gotta be Wendy's.
How many swimmers are in the photo? Are you the smartest in the room? How did you figure that out? This is looking out great. Percent rock all you Tuesday on Fox. Welcome back to the MTT IndyCar Series live from mid-Ohio, where Alex Palou leads by 2.6 seconds from Christian Lundgaard. That's right, while we were away. Alex Palou absolutely laid down a marker, getting the lap times back into the 107s. Lundgaard could find no response in the 108. This in a moment between Santino Ferrucci and Connor Daly. Ferrucci really running daily at the track. I mean, there's getting your elbows out and there's forcing another driver off track, and that, unfortunately for me, looks like the Jekyll and Hyde nature of Santino Ferrucci. What happened before that? Because that doesn't generally just come out of nowhere. So, have to look here. David getting a little squeeze there, but then he opens things back up and crosses Santino Ferrucci. But then Ferrucci just says, you know what? I'm going to send you on a gardening leave. He sent himself when they got off the hill. Wow. Black hat. That's reminiscent of last year at the MotoGP. You know, sometimes when Santino tries to overly aggressively defend, it hurts his race as much as it hurts anybody else's. I mean, we all love hard, aggressive racing, but James, you and I talked about this morning
Yeah, when I first did
with Alex
the
Palou,
cameo,
Kirkwood,
I
Oliver.
watched it YouTube,
Let's go with the top five. How
and
about that? You never see
I
those
got
guys
I
last
did do
generation like
one
that
thing,
up front. And look, it's a
but
disappointing
then
start
you
for
get
Ferrucci
down
this year.
to
You're
when
running
you're
it back.
doing it,
Ferrucci 19th, Maluka
the
17th.
erasing
You know,
part
talking about the last 2
from
weeks have been on such a
on
run,
silhouette
and
and that
not a great
that
start
takes a
to the
while.
day. And
But
that's frustrating for
they
Ferrucci because
told
he
me that
certainly, with
I
his
seen
performance
that
so far this
alone
season,
on
has come in
YouTube.
it is not
They said it'll
nearly
take a
as good
while
as
to
it was in the
erase
past. Anyway, 3
some of the
points
lines,
for
and you have to
Ferrari
make
on that start.
sure
So Ferrucci will
that
be
you
back
have
in the
all
F1
your lines
back to
what you
21st.
want cut
Ferrari
out
back to
with the
21st
lines
place.
and everything like that. So even though you think you got it, but you don't have it all the way
From Santino
when
Ferrucci,
you
leading
go
the
to
pole
cut.
positions now.
And that's the
Looks like
thing. You
Alex
have
Palou in
to
first.
keep your eye out on what you're cutting, what you want cut out, and what you don't want cut out.
In this case, Ferrucci on the milder side.
So it's a matter of playing with that program too,
Devin, what can you tell us about
moving the
Ferrucci?
lines around and everything like that.
Renewed on one more stop with some help. I don't see any way Christian Lundgaard can do that in that
It's
car.
just you got to keep going, playing with that like how you did with your artwork in a way.
Lane going over wall with crew members. Really interesting start
That's
for
what
him
I
so
have
far.
taken from the
In the lead.
program
He's from the
of
UK.
doing
Been
them,
a pro for about 10 years. We're in your shop at
because
Christian
now that's
Lundgaard.
another tool that you got.
In terms of the
You
fuel
have
line,
to
that's it. Plug
dedicate
it in.
some time
He's
to
good for a second. You
doing
don't have to take the tire off. You don't have to put it back on. He said it has been adjusted over here, doing it all in about 5.5 seconds.
the
Thank you very
Silhouette
much. Enjoy
Studio.
a 4th of July in America. You're watching this weekend in Mid-Ohio.
Not just magically going to appear.
There is Christian Lundgaard now 3.6 seconds back from Alex Palou. And guys, but
We
no
as,
need to turn it off.
we
This
as
is just
artists
the
want
beginning
everything to
of
happen
his
right
success.
away,
Not just throughout his career, but in
and we got to
particular this
remember
season. You know, we
takes
look back
time
at
to
that throughout the
do
year,
it.
we can describe as effortless lapses away. It's only once with Alex Palou. Finally getting
We
time
just
back.
got to put our time in.
Traditionally in the penalty
Can't
zone, very hard to stay.
if you
Once
can't
you've
do
built
the
those
crap,
skills, it's
whatever.
but today it's a masterclass. He's doing it when he needs to. He's doing
You
it when
want
the
to do the
tire is
time,
loose.
put it in the
Great job
crap,
of stopping one
something
second
like that.
for Palou on the harder tire. That's a few tenths quicker than what Colton Herta was
Don't
doing
do the
on the
crime if
tire
you
on his
can't
first
do the
stint.
time.
James, we talked about
There
this
you
with
go.
Palou.
It's
What
that
happens
one.
when you're not paying attention? Not in dramatic moments. Just like you said, not in dramatic last lap passes or big bold moves. When nobody is even
Now
paying
we
attention,
say don't
that's
do the
when you
art if you
make a
can't
mistake.
get
And
put in the
when I
time.
say slow and steady,
Can't do the time.
has been steady. He's just so consistent. And what we're seeing here is what we've seen a few times out of him. On that first stint, both Lundgaard and Palou had those top 10s. Very close. Within a second, second and a half mark in
But
that
don't
stint.
do the art
He
if
does
you
so many
can't do the
cars that
time.
he's able to get pace out of this compounded tire that no one else is able to do. Even in races like Road America where it seemed like it was a red race for everyone, Palou was using the hard tires as much as he could. Yeah, CJ did the second fastest lap of the race on the harder tire mid-stint as Christian Rasmussen in the upper left looks to be getting back into that car that ran out of fuel earlier. And that's good news to see Christian back in
This
that
picture was taken outside the house out of here. I did took the picture.
below for Star to go. Well, I think that
But
means
like I
that
said,
Ferrucci
I
is
instead of adding, can you see cars over here and all this other stuff. I just did it this way.
But you say they don't think anyone, and my first question was, is that possibly code? Is he still saving? But then you
And
said, well,
that's
that's
part of it anyway. Is
stopwatch. It doesn't lie. I got to think that
add your own background.
that he personally could do it. He did hit on lap 27, Dixon on lap 30, so he's got a lot more fuel to work with. We know that
Oh yeah, when I was playing around too with the cameo, I yeah, like you said, Paco, is do the holiday cards or whatever. I did. I think I just did paper. Just use regular paper. But you have to have a different setting when you do different things than that.
When it comes to your wireless plan, don't settle for less. Get more with a free 5G phone and
Different setting on the cutting of
more
the
ways to
knife.
connect. I love you. More reasons to share. And when you spend less with Straight Talk, you can get more moments to yourself by getting something for them. Switch to Straight Talk and get a free 5G phone on us on America's most reliable 5G network. Find us at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
When Superman is off saving the day, DQ is here with a $7 meal deal. Now with the $2 small Blizzard treat upgrade. Get any small Blizzard treat like our newest menu hero for just $2 more. This summer, save on all your faves at DQ.
Excuse me. Play you for those ultras?
Well, we're
High level. Ice cold.
And Harry Kane scores another goal. Is there anything Harry can't do since switching to new Skechers football boots? Checkmate. Incredible. That's impressive. This guy can do anything in Skechers. New Skechers football. It's comfort that performs.
Challenges are our greatest opportunities. When we take them on, we make our most extraordinary dreams real. Introducing the most capable Honda we've ever dreamt of. The all-new Passport Trail Sport. Built from limitless determination. Honda, proud partner of the NTT IndyCar Series.
This is a meal, a steak and focaccia feeling, a fresh mott's moment, a basily savory salad.
Brian, was that you who was feeding the
Try
bald
the
eagle?
summer menu. It just feels good at Panera.
Throwing the fish up in the air at, for the bald eagle? That was cool.
Tonight on Fox. The MLB All-Star Game on Fox.
I can't remember who that was.
This is a night when the party is always paid. Parties don't stop till 8 in the morning.
Welcome back to the Honda Indy 200. Ohio live on Fox for Alex Palou leads Christian Lundgaard by 5 seconds, and now Lundgaard takes the opportunity to come in and stop. He had a brilliant 7.1 second stop last time around, way quicker than Alex Palou's. Kevin, what's he got for this time? What tyres is he going to run?
He's going to use the sauce, but he's out of the sauce. So this is used, but he did say just a few minutes ago, we're not very happy.
No, there was a video of you holding the fish. You were like on a boat or something, and you threw the fish up in the air as I think it was a bald eagle that I seen.
Emerges out around Carl Kirkwood, and the car of Jacob Abel just ahead of him. And again, once again, he's out.
I don't know if I thought it was you, unless it was Bobby. Video somebody posted on uh, YouTube. I'm not sure it was YouTube. I don't think it was Facebook.
But rather the fight between Alex Palou and his teammate Scott Dix. That's right. Two completely different strategies. Palou is pumping in
Cause
qualifying
they threw the fish up in the air,
Scott Dixon is
and he
pleased
had
to
it.
say
He just barely had it with his
try and make it
claw or whatever.
And what you want to look at is right here, that time, 15 and a half seconds at the minute. Malone needs to
Oh, the video you found on Facebook.
Dixon. He needs to have about 27, 28 seconds. But he's going to
Ah,
have that before he has to pit. He's going to come out on fresh tires and be able to just push, push, push. So at some point he's going to have to pass Dixon on track, and that's how easy he can.
okay. I know I wasn't seeing things.
Alex Palou and a 107.9, now a 108.0 for Scott Dixon. So second a lap.
We have down there when I was doing the fireworks and that at the buddy of mine's house. They have a hawk's nest right over next to, right by the house. Not by the house, I should say. It's on the water. They got a pole up in the air with a platform for the hawk and that. And they made a nest there. That's cool. See him come back with some wood or some fish or even a soft crab. I was like, you son of a bitch, eating a soft crab. I could cook that soft crab up and make a nice sandwich. That was called. It was called.
Lucky boy. That could have been so much worse and a much bigger time loss for Palou than what it ended up being.
Palou's last lap was a 107.2. How much of a
Yeah, I seen bald eagles have. We have a couple around. Very few around here in Maryland, but they're starting to come back. Between them and the hawks. Hawks, you're starting to see that family's growing good. The hawk family. They just as bad as the eagle, but the eagle is Americana.
But it shows the very real threat that's being posed by Scott Dixon right now. He knows he needs to push. He knows he needs to take everything out of every lap if he is to get on terms with his teammate, the master of making the impossible possible. But again, takes another lap. Trying to pull back some of that time. Full push.
So the next driver in the same position as Scott Dixon is Paddle Award, who put on that 42 actually tracks the later rather than Dixon. So he's been able to make it on one, but he does have to feel something. And if you look at that gap again, 29 seconds, if Malone picks now, he's still going to come out in front of Award. So Award opts for a good result, not necessarily a try for the win.
Southern Seagull into the pit. Actually had such a good stop. He's already on his way. I was actually just chatting to his dad, Mark. What a fantastic performance this young kid is doing. Kyle Moyer added that time in standard. You got to say, so far so good.
Oh heck! That race, the other race is on.
And now in comes your race leader, Alex Palou. Kevin,
And even with the little off, Alex Palou gets Scott Dixon by about 5 seconds. He's looking at it this way.
I'm trying to remember what channel. Dang. There it is.
37. Now you see the contact. And the 3 is in the pits right now, fixing damage to the brake.
Oh, heck, I done missed the beginning of it.
That is broken.
Heck, I forgot about the NASCAR race, guys. They're racing the streets of Chicago. Oh, the Depot paper? That's gray?
Because they just go everywhere like a forklift. I knew you were going to get the forklift.
Need a drink.
Bruin has 3 NASCAR Cup teams. 2311 owned by these two, but this guy actually races for his team. And they both share the track with a team owned by Yup and this guy. 3 teams, 4 legends, all going after 1 cup. Now you're up to speed. You in?
As a director, confidence was always my strong suit. But psoriasis stripped it away. Until I got clearer skin. With Bimzelx, I can't wait, Tate. I'm back.
Only Bimzelx targets and blocks IL-17A plus F to calm inflammation. Bimzelx can deliver transformative relief.
Those people got 100% clear skin. Some out of the first dose. I'm back to write the show again.
Serious side effects like suicidal thoughts and behavior, infections and lower ability to function, liver problems, and inflammatory bowel disease occur. Tell your doctor if these happen or worsen, or fevers, chills, muscle aches, or cough occur, or you've had a vaccine or plan to. Before starting, get checked for infections, tuberculosis, and liver problems.
Give yourself a chance to say, I'm back.
Ask your dermatologist about Bimzelx.
That's cool. That's it. Just keep working with it. You'll get it.
For over 30 years. And over that time, I've seen women struggle to smooth the loose, scrapey skin on the neck and décolleté area. That's why we spent 4 years perfecting Decladerm, our first cream dedicated to visibly smooth, saggy, crepey skin. Our clinical results were remarkable. In just 2 weeks, users felt their neck became smoother. And after 4 weeks, 95% of participants said their neck looked firmer.
I'm getting a little older now. My neck shows my age a little more. I found Decladerm. It works.
See, I'm doing this white line here. This here is supposed to be like the curve. And then I'll come back and I'll do like a brown.
For only $19.95 plus free shipping. Visit Decladerm.com or call the number on your screen.
Because you have a divider with the grass and the sidewalk. You know, I could have put some little trees there too.
Well, I'll go first actually. Yeah, Steve will go next. I'm going to take it easy because we just followed. Yeah. Walls, did you make this during the break, after the break, or before? Well, this was something I was really concerned with after what we saw at practice qualifying yesterday. There's nowhere to escape when you make a mistake. There's no sand traps or runoff, any kind of a little slip up or judgment. And you're going to damage your car, maybe others. Adam is trying to blame me for the walls. You can blame me for the plan. You know what you need to have? You need to have a plan. This place will be emotional. It will test you. You have to decide if you're going to pit once or twice and stick to it. Watch this again. These are 10,000-pound concrete barriers. You can only put like 2 or 3 per flatbed on a tractor trailer. And watch this car move it like it's weightless. I mean, that is an unbelievable impact. And then to your point, Dale, whether there was a spotter, Al Cabana was just above this exact straightaway in pre-race, talking about how hard it was to see. But your analogy over here is absolutely right.
Now I got all that in.
The corner on the gas, you know, off spotter's gonna let him know, hey man, you're gonna hit him. You're gonna run right into it. Like,
Now.
remember, we were riding on board and we kind of like just stuck through that ramp. It was crazy. You can see in the back of that crash, Eric Jones was flying in 20 car lengths back of the wreck and still doesn't see it. That's the mark on the wall right there for turn in on the interior side where the 77 made contact.
We had that big crash early in Atlanta last week, and it had an enormous impact on the in-season challenge bracket. Today, we're going to have that as well. We're already drawn lines.
Right through there. Let's advance. Go ahead and advance the red car.
Ironically, both those drivers qualified up front.
But it's Hocevar who collects himself early. You want to mark anybody else? That's what I'm giving. I'm not ready to move it forward. That's what I'm going to still give a question mark because I think Brad might be able to fix it and there's still some walls to hit. Although Ty Dillon, if he eliminates Brad, he'll never be a Mama Warby will be able to come next week to snow because we'll never hear the end of it. He's riding this Ty Dillon train. Over here, the Reddick now and him will move on and not just move on in the in-season bracket, but he's someone that we feel like can go out and win this race day. Look at that. Wow. We're breaking stuff everywhere. Yeah, they just don't have a car up on the ground. And tires are trying to turn while it's trying to be carried forward. So just to update the rules, this car will go to the garage, and they do have this opportunity to repair it. There's not a limit on time. There is a limit on what you can change, though. Right? I'm not going to bore you with the list, but the parts pieces, certain specific suspension parts can be changed. If the chassis is damaged, if anything in the safety has been compromised, or certain suspension parts, they won't repair it. So I was moving Reddick forward in the bracket, but until these officially ruled out, Marty, I'm not sure we can do it.
See, we talked about Chris Buescher and one of the drivers above the cut line, but without a win so far in 2025, trying to make the playoffs. But before that caution came out, maybe an issue on the 17. Listen to the radio.
Stop it. Get over here. I got an offset in the left also. Was it like that from lap one, or did it start after? No, this last lap we just ran it. Something. He pulled gears down the back friction to turn four. It just lost power. Just backfired.
So, Steve, Chris Buescher talking about the car losing power, and then it came back, but now they sit under the red flag conditions. Roush Yates officials are here with Scott Graves, kind of discussing what it could possibly be. So how concerned are you if you're Scott Graves or your driver? I mean, 3 laps into the race, and he's already saying there's a missing issue with the engine.
Concerned is absolutely. I mean, my nerves are high, my anxiety is very high. What they will do is the digital dash kind of looks like a readout in your car. Much like your car at home that has like the service pages, you'll be able to go through multiple pages on this dash once the car runs, and it'll read a bunch of codes that'll make no sense to us. But the engine group will read those codes and decide maybe it's something you want to come back early and check off front and fifth. And, you know, if there's nothing you can fix, you just don't need a pit at this point.
Tough start for RFK. Brad's involved in the crash. Question marks on the situation for Chris Buescher. Right here with Cody Ware. The Arby's machine. Look at this. Just easing over there and driving through, trying to keep that number 51 clean. We're coming back in a moment to Chicago.
Modern home security. My tale. Let's simply say God that I
That's it.
24/7 monitoring that acts on an alarm in 5 seconds to help run a real-time.
I painted a true buffalo skull, a real buffalo skull. That was cool. And plus I painted a statue, a cement statue, twice. Painted the same one twice. Or I should say I colored the statue. I want that brown. The first time I painted, my paint peeled off of it. And the second time I painted it, paint held up, but the cement didn't on the statue. Come find it. That statue was cheap statue. I didn't get the camp statue. Somebody else did.
Sir gave me Breztri for my COPD. Things changed for me. Breztri gave me better breathing, symptom improvement, and reduced flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase
Oh, that was for somebody. The true buffalo skull, that was for somebody. Had the horn and everything on there, on it. And that. And, kind of, I did like a Indian theme on it. And it was just, it really wasn't much to it because it was the first one I did, and it was like the thing, second thing that I painted using the Autobot sealer because I wanted to know how. I didn't want to waste a lot of time if the paint wasn't going to stay on there for a good period of time. But it's staying on there. Really neat. I'm happy with that.
And no reason to think it offset the tolling will not hit when it opens and will monitor.
I wouldn't mind doing another one, but this time I want to really do a Indian theme to it. Because it was basically like line painting, Indian lines, like jewelry or something like that on it.
I got you. And we saw you trying to drive up on that crash. You looked like you were just surprised as everybody else to see all those cars stacked up right there. Tough place for spotters. What was your thoughts?
I mean, last second kind of heard over here. There was a big wreck. Started trying to check us. You're going pretty quick there, and in a kind of bad spot to slow down. It's pretty rough. So, yeah, I was glad we got checked out enough to miss it. I got kind of wedged in there, but I don't really think we got any damage. So, yeah, I don't know what happened, obviously, but sounds like they hit hard enough to move the wall. That's pretty impressive.
Think you need to cut the pit road for any flat spots or anything like that?
I don't think so. We kind of got 15 here on the back and up through third and a little bit to fourth here. Felt okay, so we should be good to go.
Thanks for talking to us, buddy. Good luck. So cool. Yeah, pretty cool to be able to talk to drivers. Firing the engine up, cycling fluids, and maybe even if you're late in the race, you might be rolling the car around trying to move the brake pads or the brake rotors around a little bit so they don't get hot and warped up. But all these guys are probably just sitting here ready to get this thing started all day, trying to get this race going. And now here we are, just a lap or so in, and sitting under a red flag.
What's your Tyler Reddick audio?
77. Oh, it's your bracket challenge, buddy. I forgot about that. Now? Yeah. I'm sure they'll work on it. I don't know if they can. The right front
I guess you guys really can't see down. I'm working with the wet palette. And the colors I got on my wet palette are basic colors in a way. But you mix them and you come up with the different colors and that. They're all wicked basic colors what I'm using. Like brown, red, orange. But the brown, I got it reduced down. On the camera, it looks like it's really a dark brown, but it's not all that dark.
For the 17 team, a team above the cut line without a win who had high expectations today, but an early engine issue could put them in peril for the rest of the day.
And you know, Marty, I have to ask, we talk about how difficult this place is with the walls, but just the roughness of the surface, braking, gearboxes, even engines. I mean, Danny with a half a lap, so I'm not going to put that on the 11 cars engine. But the rest of all of these issues we're hearing, you know, is it just because it's rough? It's city streets. It's just physically beating these cars up, causing them to fail. Outside of warranty.
Yeah, mostly Cretex, Paco.
We only got 3 laps into this thing, and under the red flag.
But I do. all Cretex stuff, and but I switch between the both of them. I switch through is between the illustration and the wicket. I'm not committed to both of them.
It brings a tear to the eye, but it's not a tear. It's your eyes salivating. Those pupils are drooling for cheese steak. Arby's.
I have yet to try somebody else. I've been loving. Like I said, I do like it. I do see the other paints and that, but I had I've been having success with this.
But in a good way, you know? No. Didn't think this through, dude. No?
I've been thinking about
The owner and I aren't speaking.
doing the oil painting.
Are limited.
I never got.
You deserve the
One day I will probably adventure into it,
performance, durability, affordability.
but I think my
Only one place does it all.
plate's pretty full with
At Harbor Freight.
the different things that I want to do. With like I said, getting the cameo going and stuff like that. Learning the laptop a little bit more. It's in a way I don't want to mess with the paint color wise. I still got to get up. I want to get up to the buddy of mine's place up in the mountains and work on that deer stand a little bit this summer a little bit. As soon as the weather gets halfway decent, I want to get up there for a good month or so.
Weight gain, dry mouth, stuffy nose, sleepiness, and increases in liver enzymes have been observed. These are not all the side effects. Talk to your prescriber and learn more at Fanatic.com.
Thanks for coming on by, Brian. Yeah, that's it. Stick with it. Have fun.
Like the people who keep this country moving, doing what they do best.
Oh, I had tried Tim. I did use Tim's ink. Yeah, I forgot about that. I have used ink before. The FW ink.
Welcome to a whole lot more on the line. More drivers,
Yeah, I'll have to try that too.
more stakes, more grit, and more to prove. The challenge is on. 32 drivers enter $1 million showdown.
Yeah, I forgot about Tim's ink. I did use that before.
More pressure, more risk.
And I do like using the H&S gun. That airbrush is working really nice.
Back here in Chicago, where yesterday we
By
some local
Evolution,
right around the Windy
the
City.
CR Evolution.
Yesterday,
That gun is sweet.
fire and police departments, the Chicago Department of Streets and
All of them I'm getting used to anymore, so it's like now, in a way, I can't specifically say
10 NASCAR X
what brush is the best.
were recognized for serving the city with
Everybody's always said it's just a matter of getting used to it.
decorated space cars used with space. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, founding partner of the NASCAR
Let me put some lines in the sidewalk.
heroes to help make the city
I'll
of
do it this way.
special.
Probably won't even notice that I got the lines in the sidewalk.
Great day yesterday in Chicago, and wonderful to see those folks getting recognized. And we appreciate all the support they've offered us this weekend as we make our third trip here to race NASCAR on the streets of Chicago. Cup Series today, Xfinity cars yesterday. Red flag lifted, 14 minutes, 42 seconds officially there. So we're back under caution and evaluating what everybody needs here. A thought and a strategy, and also talk about those cars that maybe had some damage, flat spotted their tires, will they pit, won't they pit? All those questions going to be answered. Leaders coming around, turn 11 down.
I probably shouldn't have done this. See how it looks.
A lot of cars I saw locking up tires that will need to come to pit road, just change tires maybe evaluate a little bit of damage. Go back out in the field.
Chris Buescher among those that will make a pit stop, Marty.
As predicted, Adam, here comes Chris Buescher down pit road. See, they have no information. That's the biggest point that Scott Graves is kind of dealing with right now.
I don't know if I should have did that. See how it dries off.
He's going to shut the engine off, and you're going to see a Roush Yates person go under the hood, and then also get the ECU out of this car seat. They feel like if they can get that ECU information, that will be their best point to know where they can go from here. So it's really, as much as anything, it's not running well, but they just don't have the information to even know where to start to get this fixed for the 17 team. But again, engine shut off for Chris Buescher. He gives up fifth to come down pit road.
ECU, engine control unit. It's on the dash, kind of in the center. You see one crew member on the inside. You see another guy on the outside. There's the other ECU getting ready to go in. It's held in with 2 quick disconnects with the electronics. And then it actually has kind of 4 posts it sits on. With some guys use bolts, some guys use nuts on like a stud that it can sit down on. You know, the gentleman in the black fire suit, he's under the hood, maybe checking plug wires and some other things. The real work is happening inside the car. Car can be running, as Marty pointed out, to make this change. The real key is plug the new one in. If that doesn't fix the issue, okay. But then you can take the one that you removed, plug it into your computer. It's kind of like taking your car to the dealership. You're not allowed to plug in on pit road, so you can't download the information on pit road, but you can take that ECU that you removed back, plug it in your computer, see what type of codes it has. It's kind of like, hey, it's not your 1972 pickup anymore. You're not going to work on it yourself. The computer's going to try to tell you what's wrong. This team just hopes it's something they can actually repair.
You got those drivers that were involved in the crash, and then you got some drivers that came down pit road. So there's going to be a cycle of track position here for some of those that started in the rear as we do the choose.
Yeah, the choose is on the back straightaway before turn 6. Drivers all trying to position themselves where they think they maybe take the best advantage on these restarts. And on the front row there, we have the 88 with the 71 of McDowell. McDowell's on the inside, as you'll see the control car is always going to pick that inside line, as we mentioned at the top of the show, because he'll get the launch first and then to turn 12, hopefully giving that car length or more than you earlier.
Next thing I gotta do is a yellow line going right on down the road. Oh, I gotta do something. Like a curve on this side. How long have I been on here? Oh, we still got some time.
And then use the brake to make turn 12. The question is, if you go late enough, can you just roll the corner? I mean, I'm not exactly sure. It looks like SEC has to hit the brakes a little bit to make 12. Let's see what the 71 does this time.
All right, thank you for coming on by, Paco. I appreciate it. Thank you all for coming on by. Being fun. I think I'm gonna start with a live feed and myself, and I might grab myself some bite, something to eat. But let's take this off of here, and I'll let you guys see what I've got. And that's what it looks like on that side. I think I might do a curve. Do a curve right around here. Right halfway there. And then have a yellow line. There's a yellow line that goes right down the road. You can barely see it on here. So we'll do that. Then like I said, there's a curve right here. Because it's our driveway or whatever. But that ain't too bad for that side. For that side of the street. Ah, Bobby, you can't. You're just coming on, man, Bobby. I just get ready to call quits too. Um, Bobby got some bad timing.
Season challenge with Ty Gibbs has worked his way to the top 10 in the 16. And now the battle for the lead. McDowell has got it, but Van Gisbergen hanging around.
Thank you, Bobby. I'm sorry.
His car maybe accelerate to be able to get out of turn 3 or turn 2 down the straightaway. You'll keep seeing them do that if they get into corners. He'll enter the corner a little higher, try to turn under.
Was it you, Bobby, who was throwing a fish up at an eagle?
Back bumper here inside. Trying to throttle up. Can't do it. That 77 or the 71 of McDowell really getting out of the corners, getting the power down good. I think if you're trying to contend and keep SPG behind you, you absolutely have to focus on corner exits. Get up a little bit in the street.
No, not me. Okay. uh, Alright, like I said, thank you for coming on by, Bobby. Man, that's a shame. That was NASCAR race just started. I want to start watching some of that because I got to watch the pool on it. We had the NASCAR pool. They just had a red flag for that. You might catch me during the week. I might be on during the week now. I got some time. Might come on during the days, during the week. Or late, really late at night too. Alright. Alright, like I said, I thank you all for coming on by. Like I said, I think I got that side alright. Where I put these lines for the sidewalk and that, I think I might just take them out. I don't care for it. Just leave it white. So, I'll get back on it. I still got to, I'm going to start doing the chrome stuff pretty soon. And that. So, like I said, thank you all for coming on by. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a fantastic week. Bye.